Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for October the 20th, 2011. Now we're doing an extra trading day this week. I'm going to be on vacation from October the 25th, for 7 days. So I thought we'd add a few extra trading days in here to cover this. So let's have a look at what's going on. Our first trade here tonight, back into the Forex market, specifically the U.S.-Canadian pair. We can see that the Canadian dollar is actually struggling against the U.S. dollar here. Now we've this triple EMA cross being very stubborn, unable to complete. This suggests that the U.S. CAD is going to break higher. Now what we're looking at here, you can see that I have the predicted stochastic is one of my critical indicators here. We notice that it's in grossly oversold territory. This suggests that we could see, if nothing else, a significant corrective bounce in this particular pair, suggesting further US dollar strength. So when we look at this, we're also looking at the vantage point predicted medium and long-term differences, and the predicted short-term difference for that matter. The short-term, this lighter colored blue line, followed by a darker colored blue and a pinkish color. So we can see that these are in oversold territory. This again suggests that we are going to bounce higher. Now we're also going to use predominantly the short-term crossover to get a signal for a buy. We can see that this short-term crossover has just crossed the vantage point trigger, so this is a higher risk trade. I certainly would not dispute that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in, and again we're going to use the vantage point daily report to guide us through tomorrow's trading day. So looking at this, we have 101.50 and 102.76 for the high. 101.50 is the area we're going to use to get into a buy position. Our immediate target is going to be the 102.76 area. Now, you'll remember it was only a few weeks ago that we were selling the US-Canada off a very strong overbought signal, and we progressed down lower on that trade about 450 pips, a very big move down on that trade. So we're looking to reverse this exact same thing, but we're going long this time. So this, I'm not saying it's for sure, but I'm saying that there's a good chance that the US-Canadian pair is going to reverse higher very, very soon. So if this is the early warning sign to that, then it would make sense to start building long positions. Now looking at support levels down below, you can see this line that I have drawn right across here. That's obviously a long way away for a stop, but in this particular trade I would be looking at putting the stop below parity. Parity is now a very big level for the US-Canadian pair, and unless that level can give way, then the bias remains that we are going to return to this 106 area in the not too distant future. So your medium-term traders, that's a potential target. Short-term traders for tomorrow, 102.50, 102.76, up in that area. That's a very good area to look to exit your short-term long positions on this particular pair. Now that's our first position for tonight. Now our second trade for tonight is a different way of trading the foreign exchange market. We're going to do it by way of exchange traded funds, specifically the PowerShares UUP, the dollar bull fund. Now with the equities basically hanging by a thread, issues in Europe, and an overall softer economy is not really indicative of a strong equity market, but it is indicative of a strong US dollar. Now we've had a recent sell-off here after a big move up on this particular ETF. So what we're doing is looking to catch a retracement back up to that level. The dollar predominantly showing some strength toward the latter part of each month, so we're going to play that card. There's a number of different reasons we're going to be looking at this. Now we also have the predicted long-term difference in oversold territory. Predicted MACD and predicted TSI, the MACD remains above that zero line. My view is this is likely corrective in nature. So again, we're doing a short-term play. We can see that the short-term crossover has crossed to the upside after multiple down days. This, in my opinion, is a good opportunity to catch a reversal in the dollar back to the upside. Now, this is a very similar trade to the US-Canadian pair, because essentially what we're doing in both of these trades is buying US dollars. We're just looking at different ways potentially to do it. This is a far easier way for the average investor by way of exchange fund that doesn't really understand or know how to trade the Forex market. So looking at this UUP, what we're going to do is we're going to look to get into a buy position. So let's go to the daily report again from Vantage Point to see what we've got. 2171 is our low. 2190 is our predicted high. This is the range we're going to play for tomorrow. Not a big move, but still a decent move on a $20 a share ETF. So let's go back and have a look at that chart again, and we're going to bring up the Vantage Point predicted high and predicted low and see how accurate it's been. Well, we can see in the last 4 trading days we've broke through the Vantage Point predicted high 3 times. That's a warning sign that this is getting bullish. That's how I would view this. So medium and longer term, I think we can use a target of back up in and around that 2260 area. Short term, right around the 2195. That's our immediate target for tomorrow. So again, looking at that daily report, we're also looking at what's been going on with the close. The close has been hovering right around this area, 2165, 2179. 76 and 78. It's right around that area. So we're not looking for a very, very shallow pullback. And remember, it's all about percentage of account. So if you're booking, 20 cents on a $20 stock, that can be a pretty decent trade. Now, if you're getting $1.20 on a $20 stock, that's an excellent move. We may have to wait a couple of weeks for that, but I think that's in the cards. So with that said, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for October the 20th, 2011.